Hey guys, welcome to another video. So we're here today with one of my purple belts, Matt, and we're going to go over some crucifix submissions. So the way that we're going to put ourselves into the crucifix, if you saw last week's video, we looked at starting from the half guard, partner starts looking for the underhook, and we switch up for the Kmora grip. So I'm going to take my arm over the top, making sure that my arm covers his arm to kill the underhook. We don't want to be too high because he's still got a lot of power in the underhook then. So weight goes down, switch of the hips, and we're going to find the Kmora grip. Once we've got that Kmora grip in place, we're going to roll through up to the top, making sure that we keep those arms nice and straight. Really important that I keep his wrist stuck to his belly button. So if he tries to come up, I have a good solid control over him. We're going to move our body in underneath my partner's head. So we basically want to use our belly as a pillow. So again, the video we looked at the other day was all about attacking this arm for Kmoras and different options we have when my partner sits up. Today, we're going to look at trying to control this arm on the far side and looking for the crucifix. So we're going to first of all look to take this leg over the top of this arm, and we're going to just drag the arm over the top of our other leg. Now for the control, we don't want to keep this top leg over the top like this because I don't have a lot of control and a lot of pinch. If he wants to just rip his arm out, it's relatively easy when I have this particular control. So we're going to switch the control up by taking the bottom leg over the top. We're going to triangle, but we're not going to do like a full triangle on the knee. We're going to go on the calf. On the calf, and we're going to place the ball of the foot onto the floor. So we have some connection everywhere. We have some connection on our leg, so it's tight, and we have some connection on the floor. So now if he tries to get his arm free, I have pretty good control over that arm. So let's look at some options that we have from this position. First option, and one that you've probably seen before, an obvious one, is the choke's going to be there. So to make sure that he's not able to use this arm, we're going to come over the top and we're going to make a grip just on the pinky finger side of the hand. That way I have control over the rotation, and if he tries to move his arm around, I have a little bit of pain in there with that twist. Then I'm going to bring my arm in around the neck, and we're going to try to get underneath the jaw. I have control of both arms. He might try to keep his chin down, but we can like grind in there a little bit and see if we can find the grip on the gi. So two options for this, either a grip on the gi, and then it's just a retraction of the elbow. So basically pulling my right elbow to my right pocket, I'm going to pull it around the neck, and just tap the floor with your foot if it starts to come on. Beautiful. Or if we're a little bit more no gi, we're going to go a bit further through, place our hand onto the shoulder, chin is going to go onto our hand. So we're not going to squeeze it like a rear naked choke. Again, we're basically going to retract the elbow. So here, and then retract the elbow back, and then nice tight finish. Okay? So again, one more time. We've connected onto the hands. We've got the second hand nice and locked in for the crucifix. Underneath the jaw, either we're going to make the grip with the thumb inside, retract the elbow out, one for the gi choke, or two, make sure your shoulder's also behind the head, hand onto the shoulder, head onto the hand, and then we'll pull the elbow out for the short choke finish, okay? Second option from this position is we're gonna look for an armbar on the far side. So really important that we look at the details of how we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna take my top leg and I'm gonna bring my top leg to my knee. That's gonna enable me to follow his arm down on the inside until I come down and I get to the wrist. I'm gonna take my foot next to my other foot, and I'm going to center my hips up. So I've got this like good pinch on the arm. I'm going to pull down, and then we're going to squeeze and lift the hips for the finish. Now, in my experience, it's too easy for him to roll the thumb to really get that nice and tight. Like, we might catch him. We might catch him in tight, done. But more than likely, what he's going to do is he's going to start to roll his thumb and try to make the escape. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch our leg back over. We're going to feed the arm so it goes down towards the hip. Once we've got that fed down towards the hip, we're going to look to set ourselves up. So in tight for the leg, we're going to reach over, grab the Kmora grip back, and go over the top of the head. Once I'm over the top of the head, I keep the wrist so I stay in control of his rotation. Post up and come up to my elbow. Swing myself over and in front of his face, and I'm going to place my hand on the inside. So this is going to stop him from being able to sit up and get out of this position. Block the hip, post my foot like I'm going to do a technical stand-up, raise my hips, and then take my foot out from underneath. So you see how his arms locked into this Kmora position. We push into the hips, base off the foot like we're going to do a technical stand-up, out for the Kmora finish. Okay, so again, one more time. So we're in here, we've got the control, we're looking for the armbar. Foot to knee, come down, feet together, center of the hips, and then squeeze in for the armbar. He rotates his thumb up. When he rotates his thumb up, we're going to take our foot to the inside, control down at the wrist, and put it down into the Kmora lock position. Back to the Kmora, unloop. Keep control of the wrist, take the hand out. We're going to start to sit ourselves up. Make sure that your hand goes inside. If we're outside here, he's just going to sit up and go away. Inside. Block the hip, base the foot, lift the hips, and out for the Kmora finish. Last little thing that we're going to look at here. So, we've got control of everything, control of the position. Maybe I'm looking to go in for the choke. So one of the most common ways that you'll see your partner defend from this position is when our partner pushes back in towards. So he feels the tension on his neck, so he starts to like push himself up to you into you like this. We might still be able to finish the choke, but maybe not have the same leverage that we did. But what we do have is the ability to take the back now. So I'm going to take my foot and I'm going to bring it, or leg, underneath. Then we're going to bring our leg over the top of this leg. We're going to start to shrimp and move ourselves to the opposite side. If we've managed to keep this lock in on the gi for the choke, bring your arm up behind the back of the head, and we finish the single weave choke. So one more time. So we're here. We've got the crucifix position. I'm starting to look for the choke, and he defends by pushing in. As he starts to push in, we bring our leg underneath, shrimp underneath. So as well, if we possibly can, trapping that bottom arm puts him in lots of trouble. Even if I can't manage to get the choke, now I have a super solid position on the back. Come out to the elbow, behind the back of the head, single weave, choke to finish. All right, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying our content. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit like, and leave a comment. See you soon.